Stay tuned for all about catfishing.
On 60 Minutes.
So I was 16 years old, and back then all I really cared about was driving around and hanging out with our friends, and really we were just on social media all the time. And so back then Facebook was really big. It was probably the most used social media. And I mean, every day we were just posting on our friends' walls and having conversation. I mean, that was the biggest thing, was just posting pictures and getting the most likes and all that. And so one day I had this friend request from this really cute guy named Ryan, and of course I accepted it because he was really cute. And so he started messaging me, which was really shocking because he was a lot older than I was. Not a lot, like 4 years. So we started talking every day on Facebook. He would just message me a lot, and he seemed like a really genuine guy, and he was just really funny. And we probably talked for like 2 weeks straight, and I gave him my phone number, and so we ended up started texting every single day, almost all day long. After texting every day for about a month, I started asking him if he could call or Skype, but he always said that he couldn't call because he didn't have minutes, and he couldn't Skype because he didn't have a computer. And I thought that was kind of weird, but back then a lot of people still had phones that they had minutes on, and a lot of people didn't have laptops, so it really wasn't that weird. One day I did try to call him, and he answered the phone and he said hello, and then he immediately hung up. And I guess from then on he could tell that I was really annoyed with the fact that he wouldn't have any contact with me except through message. And so he eventually offered to come visit me in my hometown, and we planned to meet at a park one afternoon. But once I got there, he stopped replying to my text messages, and he eventually didn't show up at all, so I was extremely agitated. That night, I got a text from one of his friends, and he said that he had gotten in a wreck on his way to see me, and he was in the hospital and broke his leg, and it was this big, elaborate story. And so then I felt bad for him, so I forgave him. And everything just went back to normal after that. We just started texting every day, and we didn't really get any arguments or anything for a while. So one day he texted me and asked what my favorite flowers were because he wanted to send me some flowers. And he already had my address because he had sent me some letters before. And so the day that they were delivered, he texted me and told me where they were in the garage, and then I could go ahead and go out and get them. And everything was great for a couple more months, but I just kept getting annoyed that we had never talked on the phone, we had never met before, and it was just really irritating because he kept saying that he was gonna and kept making all these promises, and I was just tired of it. So we quit texting. So a couple months after we quit texting, a girl from my hometown messaged me on Facebook and asked if me and him had ever met before, and I said no without thinking anything of it. But she replied and said that he would always text her and tell her how much we were hanging out and all this stuff that never happened. And so we researched his phone number online and found out that it was from one of those apps that you can text off of, and it's just a fake number. And so we immediately started freaking out, and we were worried that it was going to be some creepy pedophile that we were talking to, and I was especially scared because I knew that he knew my home address. So me and all my friends started doing like detective work to try and figure out who this guy was that we were talking to. And I found the card from the flowers that he had sent me a couple months earlier, and so we went to the flower shop that they were sent from. And so when we got there, we asked the workers if they could give us the information from the person that ordered the flowers, and they said that they couldn't, just for privacy purposes. So I started telling the lady the story about this guy that I don't know who I've been talking to, and she said she remembered delivering the flowers to me at my house, and that they put them on the front porch because they never deliver in a garage, which is where they were at. And so that meant that somebody was watching the house when the flowers were delivered, and they got moved to the garage. And Ryan told me that they were in the garage, which freaked me out. So the lady at the flower shop eventually gave us the phone number of the person that ordered the flowers. So the friend that I was with put the phone number in her phone, and it came up as a girl named Jana Parrish, who was a girl that graduated from our high school a couple of years earlier. And the friend I was with knew where she lived, so he went to Jana's house to talk to her, and her dad answered the door and said that she couldn't come to the door right now, she was busy or something like that. And so that night, all of Ryan's social media was deleted, including all of our old Facebook messages. I mean, every trace of him was gone. And that was really all the proof I needed to know that Jana Parrish was Ryan, and that the Ryan I knew never existed.